Yobachi 2007 back at you with our first official recorded video under the new name Men's Mind State and Cultural Reviews. We officially transferred over to that moniker during the live stream last week when we hit 3,000 subscribers. That was always a plan as I was approaching, I was a few hundred off that I would go ahead and change over to that moniker. And as mentioned in that video, we'd been using that in the backdrop. Now it's the official name of the channel. So let's get into it. We're following up on the video that we did talking about men, where have you gone? Please come back, where they're begging it through the New York Times article for men to come back. And so we're going to get into that topic a little bit further from some other angles and some other women who are wondering where are the men. Like this one right here. Let's hear from her.
Serious question. And I'm not asking for a friend, I'm asking for me. But where are all the emotionally available, loving, protective men? Please let me know where. I'm saying it again.
They're gone. They've had to deal with the emotionally intelligent, toxic modern woman, so they've checked out. That's where they're gone.
I am not asking for a friend, I'm asking for me.
So they're really getting thirsty and desperate out here. They really want to know where you fellas are. Why aren't you out here availing yourself to them? And of course, the answer, as we made it clear before, why would men return to the foolishness? Nothing with these women have changed in the dating market, or has changed in the dating market, that led men to abdicate from this market in the first place. So why would they return to the same old foolishness? It doesn't make any sense. But neither do these women seek to find out and understand why. You can see she's asking just for her because, of course, it's all about her. That's all they're interested in. They don't care about men, what men want, what men need, or why they have chosen to not show up in these spaces and be a part of this game anymore. So I guess they'll just keep on wondering. If you like this content, then click the like button, subscribe, and notification bell. Also, comment below, and let's get interactive here. Let me know what you think, and we're right back to the program. Okay, let's see if it gets any better. Let's see if any other women are having any luck with finding the men out here and figuring out where they are and understanding what's happening in this dating market.
Single at nearly 32. I've never been married. I don't have children.
Okay.
I have no idea what is going on. So I thought to myself, in my teen years and in my 20s, I'm going to have this boss at 30. In my 30s, I'm going to know exactly what I'm doing. I'm going to be married. I've never wanted kids, so that's okay. I've got no idea where it gets worse. I've achieved nothing that I wanted to achieve or thought I would achieve, even though I've given it a good bash. I've got no idea what's going on. Every day it gets worse.
Oh man, you know what I'm noticing is that they are starting to admit, they're dropping all the attitude that they've had for all these years online, in real life, in person, we're dealing with this, but where we've been seeing them online for this last just 5-6 years straight with absolute attitude about how they're not changing their standards. They're going to get what they want, or they'd rather be alone. If they can't get exactly what they want, they're not changing one thing about themselves. And now they're just out here admitting they have no idea what to do, no idea what's going on. They're failing, and they're just shooken. They are shooken. And she's 32. Oh my goodness! First of all, the wall has arrived. She's a fairly attractive woman, just looks older than 32. Okay, the voice sounds huskier than 32 as well. So, I don't know. Well, what I do know is that the men, they're not going to figure out what's going on with men by just assuming you were going to have it figured out by the time you got to your 30s. What were you doing in your 20s to figure that out? Were you talking to men? Were you seeking to understand what men want and what men need? Were you listening to men talk about what they're attracted to and what resonates with them? Were you thinking about what's logical and reasonable for men to want in attractiveness to women, or did you just assume that what women find attractive in men should want in women? And so there you went out there and boss chick too close to the sun, thinking that men were going to want successful, strong, independent women who don't need no man but just want a man, and that made sense to you? Or did you do absolutely nothing and you're surprised that doing absolutely nothing and failing to plan has led you to basically have planned to fail, which you have now succeeded in? Just some thoughts. Right, to understand why men aren't coming out to engage with women, are not really interested in dating women, and are not really even interested just really in being bothered to engage with women hardly at all. Let's look at how women are advising one another to date and the attitude of which they have and which they come to the dating field with. We got this compilation from Virtual Brother here to help us out.
You should be dating multiple men. You need to be dating 2 to 3 men baseline.
You absolutely should be dating multiple men.
God, no, just date one person and then get a real feel for him, then move on to the next. Nuh-uh, we're not wasting time over here. We're dating multiple men at once.
So you're going to be dating 3 men. Your goal is to pay for nothing, to get a couple of bills paid, or to get some money to stack, save, or start a business. That's your goal, nothing else.
No man deserves you full time unless he has that chat with you and actually commits to you.
What are men committing to? Getting scammed? Men are supposed to be committing to women, trying to figure out how to finesse men and get money out of them. I mean, basically, these are call girls, pros walking the strip. They're just doing it electronically on dating apps now. That's the new downtown whole stroll. And so, no, men are not interested. That's why they're not coming out. That's why they're not bothering to show up in spaces. Women can continue to tend and show up, as the author of the New York Times article said, but men aren't coming to tend to this foolishness. We can see what women are all about. We see right through you. The simp era is over, and men just aren't really being bothered with you all. So you guys can keep coming with this nonsense and foolishness and keep trying it, but it's just not going to work. There's nothing here to commit to. You all are not wives. You all are not decent women. You're not even decent people. And so men aren't committing to this, and they're not going to be bothered with it. They're just protect their peace, stay home, hang out, tend to their hobbies, go to the gym, take care of what they need to take care of, build themselves up, work on their finances, study how to invest, and continue to put yourself in the proper position where you have leverage to get what you want, and also make sure you get that passport, brother. Keep your black man's option open. Have that passport. Let's check out this last piece from the Lord Destro, providing for why simp culture is dead. That's the name of his video here. Here's a great example that he has of why. Listen to this.
I hate the fact that we the new niggas. I'm tired. I'm ready to put my brain in my pocket and leave my money at home. I don't want to touch doors. I don't want to argue. If anybody's going to be crying, giving silent treatments and attitude, I want it to be me. I'm just ready to be a girl again.
The problem is you aren't a girl to begin with, not in the sense of being a feminine female that you should be. First of all, how you even talk, coming on here talking about being the new niggas. That's the way you describe men or reference men. Your whole mind state is warped and out of order, so you're a completely disordered woman. So just off the top, again, who needs to deal with foolishness like this and this kind of corrupted mind state? And this is the way in which you come online to portray yourself. You want to be the one to give attitude and silent treatment, and you think men of substance and status who have choices or who just have any dignity and self-respect are going to put up with that. And the answer is not anymore. That day is over. You want to have drama-filled, traumatic relationships, and you want men to come out and participate in women's stupid games and this stupid way of having relationships, which should have never been like this. But men allowed women to rear up in society and dictate how relationships would go. Women have driven relationships for the last 30 years, and you drove it right into the ground. You drove the whole dating market into hell. And so we're not listening to you. We're not playing your games, and we're not going to have relationships at the way you want to, where you get to dispose of men at your will and give men the silent treatment and a bunch of attitude, and they're running behind you trying to please you with some notion of happy wife, happy life. Forget that. Forget you. Forget this whole thing. That's why the men are not going to. So when you all ask men, where have you gone? Where they've gone is away from you and away from this very foolishness. They're not coming back to it, so you can stop asking. But actually, don't. We enjoy the pleading and begging. It's really funny. It's hilarious. Men, you have won. These women are completely breaking down. I've been talking about that for probably a year, where I told you that that you guys have won, that these women have broken down, and it's just further and further evidence, and it's becoming more prolific. We're just seeing it more and more. These women can't handle it. Winter is here, and it's a wrap for the modern woman and her strong independence. Her don't need no man. What she needs is all the help she can get, and some love and affection. And guys are just like, nah, we're good. We can drive a stronger bargain. We can get better, and we're going to get better than women who talking about they're the new niggas. We don't want those women. Stay over there and be, go get you, go get stud daddy.
They already know Stud Daddy's for the motherfucker win. Season 1. We turned up. Tune in. Ivory Network. Y'all know what's going on. Bad bitches only. Gonna be watching with y'all. So.
Bad bees only. So I hope this chick qualifies, so you can get her a stud daddy, since she wants to be the new N-words. You can go be that with another women. Y'all can be each other's dudes. Stud daddy. Stud daddy for the win. All right, we gonna get up out of here on this one. Like, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. Oh, I don't think I saw that part of it. Type in Stud Daddy on my page here. It's you'll have a lot of fun. Type in Stud Daddy right here in this box. See what's up. All right, you're about to 2007 Men's Mind State and Cultural Reviews. Peace.